keeps trying to get away because she's got a fighting spirit. Like, they brought this itty bitty thing to me. So this girl, she shows up late. She shows up to the touch base. So the touch base, you can do it in two different ways. You do it on the computer, or they're doing an iPad version of it, so that like 3 or 4 girls can just hover around a table and get it done. Because these are like the makeup artists. They're like the bartenders of the makeup world. They keep really nice clients happy, beautiful, and tipping well, and metrics, like retail type, like when Duff has a huge like $30,000 order, like these types of people, but for makeup, right? And the makeup store specifically is in the richest mall, in the richest neighborhood, possibly in America. I don't want to say that on the internet, but like there's some places like up there and down there, it's like blood money. So it's like you don't want to brag about it because you don't want that blood money thirst coming over there, right? Anyway, so hot girl, just super hot girl. Hot girl interacting with the other girls, tries to like, meander into an opportunity, and I'm like, hot girl, hot girl, hot girl, hot girl, doesn't like that, is it, She tried to steal Eric from you, Prince Eric. She's trying to steal Prince Eric in this story is bald. Is this a metaphor, or did you actually go out the other day and she tried to steal your boyfriend? Or are you actually watching somebody actively try to be like, wait, you came into my store for me? And it's like, no, this is my story. Why is she trying to take him from? Like, I have no idea what these girls are conjuring in their heads, right? So one of her favorite people is a constellation watcher or some shit. She's just talking about star signs and all this garbage. I'm like, okay. She's very personable, very beautiful. She starts showing up in my dreams, and I'm like, what are you doing, young Missy? Yeah. That kind of thing. Where you're like, you don't belong in my head, you should go home. That type of weird, like, moments. So she crawls in my head one night, and then she quits her job. And I was like, I'm gonna shake your hand. Like, that girl loves you upstairs. Like, I don't know what the makeup world jurisdiction is doing, but you got freaked out and you quit your job. No, girls started dropping like flies. That was I told Nick too. I was like, yo, like, there's some TV show shit going on here. I can't explain any of it, but whatever. Yeah, this is before the great exodus. Like, there's just these hot girls. Well, I know everyone's trying to bring me down. So we do these overnight things, and she is part of the overnight team this time. Speaking of throwing more boobs in my face after you left that day, we're about to have a skincare makeover in the entire department, and I was like, you see all those people over there just gabbing, chatting, and whatever. Come help me out, because I had the blueprints for this area, and the girl that they want me to have her job so that I could be Mr. Wonderful Work Husband, right? But it's not working out. I don't like my boss. I think she's think she needs to wear a t-shirt, some sweatpants, and yeah, she's like a Greek Jack. Just a Greek beaked Jack. They put her in my life to see if I would correct her, or mention it, or try to tackle the situation. And then when I do try to, that's down the road. That goes bad because she's in the favoritism category. When I notice favoritism and my side of the story being completely disregarded within hours of it happening, within minutes, seconds. Like Brendan was like torn because he didn't actually see it, but I was like, dude, like, she jumps up, and I was like, holy crud, no way. Anyway, so everything. I just look at her and go, everything. Walk up to one of these gondola things, and I was like, we're just gonna pick up the whole thing. Right? And it's these, I just told you, like, possible, it's gonna happen fast enough. That night we had a high five, and then they immediately I am worried about having to explain myself still. But I haven't told Jack the story, so it goes as slow as I freaking think it needs to, unless you're like, we could go get cereal if you wanted, but I still got bagels. You could go out for a while and get some cankles. And I'm just looking at her like, all right, that's what all the hot girls look like when they win. I am worried about having to explain myself still. She jumps up. Anyway, so everything. I just look at her and go, everything. Walk up to one of these gondola things, and I was like, we're just gonna pick up the whole thing. Right? And it's these, I just told you, like, the multiple, like, these changeovers, there's all these tiny little pieces, and possible, it's gonna happen fast enough. You and I are about to succeed in a way that no one will believe, and there won't be any record of it, because I really didn't think that they had anything but security cameras that day. And since they're actually, like, always reviewing tape for perpetrators, they wouldn't even have a chance to go come back until that night unless she was like, no, get the footage that night. Holy crud. He said it, no one will believe. So you and I are going to do something so unbelievably awesome. It's going to happen. It's such an easy task if we can do it that nobody's going to know anything. Like, come on, let's do this thing, right? And it's these. I just told you, like, the multiple, like, these changeovers. There's all these tiny little pieces, and you take everything out of the gondola, and you're like like staring at blueprints all the time, just feeling like an idiot because you're like, idiots built some of them sometimes, and you're like, what is this? And like, there could be a million things wrong with it, but this thing just has to go over there. And I was like, yeah, like just like, this is like moving mountains level of absolute Super Bowl winning rage I'm about to put into this girl's marrow if something doesn't go wrong. So we just walk up to one of these gondola things, and I was like, we're just gonna pick up the whole thing and we're gonna take it over there. And she's like, what? I'm like all of it, just everything. Everything up, out, over there. That thing, right? But like, it's important to like let this part breathe. It's like, lift up everything, move, whatever, do whatever. But like I was trying to give her a confidence that was like, do not doubt this, because if I explain everything to you while we're doing it, one, you can get hurt. Two, we won't have, like, you've wanted moments with me for months. Like if I sat there explaining, like if I had to plead with you, like I plead with my grandma every day about the most simplest things, like I don't care what I have for breakfast, I'll eat the same Reese's Pieces, Angel Reese's, Caitlin Reese's, whatever. She's like, don't you dare get for Reese's. Let her have Special K. I'll eat the shit out of Special K. Don't even fuck with me. Grandma Karen likes Special K. Grandma Karen liked Honey Bunches of Oats. Grandma Karen liked Life. Oh, Kicks. You remember Kicks? Oh. Grandma Karen likes salt, bacon, eggs, potatoes. Anything Grandpa killed and cleaned for her. Anyway, so everything. I just look at her and go, everything. Let's go right now. Picking up. She's just like, she's shaking, like, we're doing this. And I was like, yeah, we're doing this. Like a piano going into a ridiculous sized apartment. What is this living room? This is such a bizarre room. Anyway, so she's like over here on this side. And we just grab the gondola, pull, I think this way. In there. Alright, swing it in there. And then somehow it just goes in there. She's like, she jumps up, and I was like, holy crap, no way. And I'm like looking at her, look at her hands, like, we just did Super Bowl stuff. I'm like, I probably, man, I wish I was in love. Crap. I've never seen a girl this happy in my life, especially that hot. I don't like football. If I clean up this place and you can't get a piano in here in one night while I'm out, then you probably just don't know how to clean the streets of the snow yet. I'm not worried about that. I am worried about having to explain myself to this place after I try to clean it up the best I can. How much of this do I remember, kid? That's how don't know what the makeup world jurisdiction is doing, but you got freaked out and you quit your job. It's a complete setup. Like, we signed your card, and I was like, you didn't give me nothing for my birthday, and they're like, what? And then they felt bad. I was like, oh no, oh shoot, like, but I only said it because if they would have found out that I didn't say nothing about my own birthday, and then they let a whole year go around and they didn't, like, they wouldn't make it a whole year. But I feel like it was a setup, just as like a conversation, like, oh, that's her birthday, you should say something. So we both celebrate. Yeah, we're birthday buddies. And this is like, I think this is her best friend. Her name is Jasmine. But not her best friend, but like at work, it was like, and somebody she's willing to actually go downtown and be silly with. This is one of her friends. And they found out at the same time that my boss can't go get silly with them because she might steal their love interest. So very, very quickly I find this out before my birthday. So I'm like, is this drama? Are you setting up drama? So I just like save you from the drama? Like, what is going on? I don't know her name yet though, because there's like a few girls that didn't introduce themselves to me. So then eventually I meet some of the other hot girls. I'm not even thinking about any of it. And then like, they keep putting her in the room with me constantly to interact with her. And I don't. I'm like, she's late. Her hair is just wet. Like she didn't get out of bed that day fast enough. Or she's like nervous. And she's like, I'm gonna be in the room with that. I really didn't plan very well. I was hoping he would have a plan. And like, I'm just sitting there like, everyone probably thought I was in a hurry just because I was losing weight and improving myself, right? Yeah, like that one day where you're like, how come everyone's losing weight? I was like, if the girls are getting together and feeling sad together, it better be a complete act. Like, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if you remember that talk in the back, but I was like, if all your anyway, that type of like, I've already played chess with you guys before. I've tried to like be with you guys type of thing, but I did that in the girls' environment, in the makeup world. So like, it's borderline a Fight Club, what I'm saying, but it's almost our first anniversary of her going, I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'm gonna take your phones. I'm gonna take this disco ball and this microphone stand, and I'm like, I need to make sure in every timeline I show up with a microphone stand, you cannot take the microphone stand. There's disco balls everywhere. They're so cheap. You wanted to take that. There's a disco ball in there still. And there's the microphone stand, and there's the Hercules grabber hand, and there's the she was probably convulsing and she loves me, I'm funny, all the things. I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. I'm thinking this is my biggest obstacle and I'm not going to make it through it. So it is what it is. But they're going to questions. I do not have any more questions. I meet Kelly. They want you to relate to, right? So go in. Like that's one of my copes. like, this is so tedious and frustrating. Walking the Green Mile. Just walking the Green Mile. There's still days where I'm like, my mom faked her own death just to get away from. I got a strange vibe. Decided I already gave him my $50. I'm gonna go to Patty's that night. Shoes, walk around 6 months, throw them down. So right out the gate, everyone's in the wrong. Like I was like, don't do this. Just because it's not Target, like you lock in, you get what I asked you to get, and if they have it, get it, because brick and mortar's dying. Like, I just want them to work together this week. Like, let Duff believe whatever he needs to believe, but like, there's no smog. She was probably convulsing and certain states, certain counties. Like Crick, like I had to make sure I got rid of anything that was like, I'm leaving this at the Crick, hold on to my. Certain states, certain counties, you disappear. I meet Kelly. She's just smiling. They want you to relate to, right? So I go in. I've been doing some notorious level crap in town, so I'm like, okay, oh, you think you're hot stuff? If you were telling the truth, we're gonna sniff it out. I'm like, okay. Just surrounded by Catholics, lesbians, diviners, mediums, constellation readers, magicians, fucking weirdos, right? But I need a job, so I'm like, all right, I can do it. She's just smiling. Like that's one of my copes. Trying to tell a story about grace. And they give me this job where I could climb the ladder. I could. This woman's so much like my mom. It'd be like those Saw movies. I saw one of them. You want to play a game? You should get on Bumble. Not you. This is how it starts, right? No, this is not how it starts. I'm not allowed to start it beyond where she was like, well, this is where you ruined it. I share enough of my vision for the town and what I want to be doing somehow, someday, God willing. And enough of the right people start trying to tell a story about grace. and they give me this job where I could climb the ladder. I could. This woman's so much like my mom. Like every spiritual ma, like my aunt, like Nora, nothing. They don't even exist anymore. I was like, you're like my mom. Like the type of I had plastic surgery and I changed my entire life just to be around you again because God healed me. Like that's one of my copes. It's like you're so much like my mom. This is ridiculous. And I'm like, I just walked into a trap. That's fine. Hottest girl I've ever seen is greeting at the door. This is the most suspicious moment of my life, right? Some half white, half desi, super metal goth person. It's they literally put the most beautiful thing in front, this is first impressions. You're walking into a girl power army right now. I was like, all right. It goes further back than this, but this is the part of the story that they want you to relate to, right? So I go in. I've been doing some notorious level crap in town, so I'm like, okay, oh, you think you're hot stuff? If we're telling the truth, we're gonna sniff it out. I'm like, okay. Just surrounded by Catholics, lesbians, diviners, mediums, constellation readers, magicians, fucking weirdos, right? But I need a job, so I'm like, all right, I can do it. She's just smiling at me like, you'll take the job? Or she's just everything I'm saying. I've never seen somebody so delighted that I'm saying what I'm saying to her. I'm like, okay. That's weird. So, first day, Sarita's there, gorgeous girl. This is unreal. I'm like, this is a trap, but whatever. They're gonna pay me a decent amount at the time. And it's such a broad, swath of words thrown together. You find out later that it's a cool sounding title, but they don't actually want your consultation. You're here to make sure you're good enough for all the trouble you just put everyone through. I'm like, okay. I get a second interview. I meet Kelly. Immediately, I was like, man, Kelly would be great for my dad. I'm like, this girl does not have a man. She is bubbly. She's just I know, I'm probably making my stepmom feel ugly. It's you got what you got. In this moment, I'm trying to set my dad up. I'm like, I don't have a problem. I can rap, I can sing, I can do everything. So here I am being sniffed out by these dumb jerks, and I'm like, I'm trying to find my dad a woman. So I go through that interview with Kelly. I'm just like, okay, do you like it here? How long have you been here? It's the first, everyone recently was like, well, you got this apartment, I don't know, you don't have any questions. I do not have any more questions. It was if this does not put Danielle Nicole Wurst into my life, there will be such hell to pay. So I have no questions. I have to make something of this now. Anyway, so I'm in there, second interview, talking to Kelly, just like, brr, like, this is cool. Like, all right. Like, I'm going to keep her in mind just in case my dad's still sad, you know, like, okay, cool. I got a secondary objective if I need it, you know. But we don't talk anymore, so what a freaking, like, everybody, why is it? It's like everyone's sad, right? This is why I stress the whole, all of you are sad, and there's no way to get somebody out of sad unless you make them a whole lot of money out of nowhere. Like, you had a plan. It's like, I got enough food to get me through the night, but something goes on the internet by Super Bowl time. They could be the B side. They could be the Glee side. They could be the networking option because, like, everybody knows everybody. I'm like, yeah, so I'm not prepared, but I'm totally prepared. I'm not aware. I'm totally unaware, in my underwear, aware. Kelly's great, so I think that was it as far, because then I had to meet Angela. So Angela's got her tits in my face, and I was like, I just have to make it through this interview, and I'm great. Like, this is disgusting. Like, this has to be fake. Like, why? She loves me, I'm funny, all the things. I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. I'm thinking this is my biggest obstacle and I'm not going to make it through it. So it is what it is. But they're going to pay me enough, and whatever I was doing was keeping everyone happy. So anyway, first day. Oh yeah, who did, Anna. Anna was the next one. Oh no, who's the girl, she just had a baby. Or she was pregnant. She was going to have a baby. I forgot her name. Don't sue me. I forgot the Tupac girl's nickname. You forgot all the black girls' names? It's like, I smoke enough to not remember every girl's name. On purpose. I'm not trying to make you feel worthless, but I'm trying to make someone feel very freaking special. So, oh, they're just sniffing me out, man. Like, okay. Just about everyone, though, is very personable. Hold on, I gotta moisturize. Do I? No, that should be something that's done by my wife. Soon-to-be wife? Who knows? Maybe we can crack and bleed all over this place before we die. Anyway. When I first go in there, I make sure I'm wearing a heavy metal Christian shirt, just so, like, if you girls are doing this, let me look for signs of peace, and red flags abound. Okay. Yeah, but they rotate the greeters, like, some of the girls are like really excited, like, this is happening, he's gonna take the job. Oh my gosh, so we're so happy for, I don't know her name yet, right? I got a penguin on a keychain I'm supposed to keep for forever. A little Chinese Vietnamese girl gives it to me before I come back from Hawaii. I aggravate all those girls so much, and I hope they're doing okay. I heard some stuff that's not very nice. They better be on the way to behave. Yeah, Tim's girl. Tim Jr.'s sister. What's his son's name? Anyway. I don't know this girl's name, but I'm like, okay, so after all this time, like, you guys this is their play. We refer to it as the stage. Oh yeah. Gina, she's like, all we did was steal all the Disney terms. Like, this is gay. And I was like, I know. Ramming speed though, right? I don't remember my first day. I kind of remember some of it. There's some drama. The girl with the boobs in my face was too flirty with their boyfriends or their potential dates. Just immediately, I'm in the hallway and I don't like football. Like, I'm mashing it all together a little bit. Because some of that's when they were like, you don't love our girl, but we're not even at that part. Yeah, the story I told you. I'm gonna tell you. Like, you went Supercross for me. You told me every part in the story that you could tell me, just in case I never saw it, and then I watched it, and I was like, he's right. He has it all there, and he might have even said there's like a stupid love scene, and it's just like, oh, this is dumb, but it was like over before nothing, right? And I'm like, so we'll give you the Sephora story. So my third interview is with my direct boss, and boobs in my face. I'm like, just keep eye contact. This girl is just grossing me out. I'm like, is this over the top, or is this like, what's going on? Then I find out she's like flirting with Eric and football. I don't even like sports. And I'm like, all right, so you're a caricature of me. Yeah, but at this point, like 2 shifts in, I've come into before I worked the nights, I'm pretty sure I worked like the evenings into the nights, so I met a ton of people. At least 70 people in my first 2 days. And everyone's like really outgoing. They're excited, like they're on board with whatever the heck. I just mistakenly was like, yeah, I want $16 an hour. Right? Thinking I'm like, finally I'm moving on up to the top, and like everyone is like, this is like, because this is after a portion of the story, man. Like, let's go further back, right? Because you're like, no, explain it to me. Like, let's go further back. I meet you, and my favorite part about you is you look like there's a Conan O'Brien sketch called If They Made It. And you take 2 random celebrities of any sex, and you just mash their stupid heads together and make the most grotesque love children. This would be a good time to pause the recording and literally go watch If They Made It, Conan O'Brien, just to get the idea. So then I meet you, and it's like, if they made it, me and this guy, my best friend, my homie, my buddy. It was like, when I came out here, I was still filling you guys out. I was like, my buddy. Once everybody's like, hey, I'm not your buddy. I'm like, he's my buddy. Like, all right, like Canadian type of hey, right? So like we got into some crazy stuff. So I meet you, and I'm like, it looks like If They Made It, but like they just took the greatest parts of me and this other dude in this portion in time where like just like the worst of the worst. Like, and then if at the worst time in my life and the worst time in his life, he threw them together, and that was you. But you also were You also had a full head of hair, and you were beautiful, and you didn't lose your eyebrows like falling on your face on the carpet in the apartment. I would have thicker eyebrows than everyone in that warehouse if I didn't fall on my face. I practiced that on the walk home today. Like, no, like in the child protective services age, like they'd be like, "Why are your eyebrows gone?" I don't know if I fell on the apartment or if it was the carpet at daycare, but like my eyebrows are gone, like rug burned. And I just remember for weeks just being like, man, is my hair ever gonna grow back? Like, whoa. But nowadays, like someone would be like, oh, your parents do that to you? And it's like, yeah, now you just raise your missing eyebrows being like, why would you ask that? Like, who sent you? What are you doing on this side of the river? Like that kind of shit, right? Like, how'd you get across the river? No, like I would have gotten a pager moment. Like, what are you doing here? Asking about my eyebrows. I meet a million girls. I meet like 70 girls that are like, so you get this perfect head of hair. Meet a million girls. I mean, like 70 girls that are like very, very confident. They know what they want in life, and the job that they're working at is giving it to them, whatever that might be. They have found the right part-time. They found the right full-time. They found the right amount of. For the most part, most of the girls are making enough money to have everything they want. And the only girls that are sad are the ones, going to the bar and drinking all the time. And I'm trying my best to like correct them, but I'm like, I'll just make sure nothing happens. Yeah, I'm the bad guy, right? So, not really that important in the story yet. Yeah, until they start going like, I'm traveling through space on my phone. I'm like, are you trying to freak out Nick on purpose? What are you weirdos doing at the bar? Anyway. Oh my goodness. They went full theater on him. So, ooh. Oh, she's in so much trouble. She's lucky I don't remember the name of that bar, but someone in town does, and they're just going, I remember too much from that bar, and I'm only here because I love you fucks. That kind of thing, right? I gotta keep it PG. So at the very least, I'll try to keep my voice measured so I remember, like, I still cuss sometimes. I still have outbursts, but it's not the same. I'm watching you, I go, So you gave me that Supercross. I went and watched that Supercross. I was like, all right, Supercross. Then he gets hurt. And I was like, is he just filming Supercross too? Like, is this a joke? Did I inspire him to go low key, like go for broke on a bigger budget? Like the sequel has a bigger budget than the original. This asshole in this timeline and this asshole in this timeline had a baby. What if they made it? And what if it was the greatest? And he had a full head of hair like that. I was like, right, like when you first got hurt, I was like, what if I do the movie voice of the sequel? Like, I was like, what is he doing? Like, I gotta make him some money so he's not breaking his neck next time he's sad. Anyway, so like third day at work, this is the most important thing for her. She might have been there the whole time. I don't know. She's a midget. She's small. I'm pretty sure though, yeah, so I have to work overnights twice. I walk home and then we rotate my schedule. I come in for open on Saturday. So I get up at 4 a.m. At this point, I'm doing like 20 milligrams of edibles. a bunch of push-ups. Kelly Clarkson, Jessie J, Disclosure, Kanye, frickin' yeah, but Kanye Watch the Throne type. Like, I'm losing weight. I'm feeling great. Like, I'm dancing. I'm praising God like while Kanye's playing. I'm just sitting there like like I don't talk to nobody about this time in my life. I'm literally doing push-ups to the beat. I don't even count anymore. I'm turning into an absolute machine right in front of these girls who feel like whores. And I've got a hernia issue that they're really finally understanding. Like, they're staring at a bulge, but they're not. They're just like, how do we help him? Everything he is doing should be killing him. This, give me another test. This, on her wish list, this. This isn't bliss. She's judging me for all of the missed hits. She wants to kill me and wrist slit. Like, that kind of thing. I'm like, like the suggestive nature of everything written on and I'm like, I'll empathize with you girls with every part of this. I'm already doing that though, and then I'm doing it while stoned or coming down. I'm like, I'm already doing this. I'm downloading every insecurity, every hatred. Like, I'm looking at the suggestive words on every single piece of makeup going, I get it. We're in a minefield of dark energy, girls. I'm here with you. I'm just trying to carry as much as I can, and you're actually staring at me like a piece of meat for the first time since the last time I was really buff. So I was like, I get it. I'm the meat. I'm the meat market now. I'll be the meat market. Whatever. But first Saturday rolls around, and I've met a lot of people, and I haven't met that many. I haven't met more than half of the store though. But it's the first Saturday. I'm about to meet everybody that's like already in it. But I've already been given a task. They have this meeting, it's called a touch base at the beginning of every workday. But on the weekends, everyone gets together and but throughout the weekday, you go to the computer and they tell you to get excited about makeup and all that stuff, right? So this is the first group touch base that I'm with, and it's very, very much orchestrated to like remind us of the guy that we know you are. I was like, fine, you are lucky she reminds me so much of my mom. But we don't even get to the touch base. We get to an MK Ultra moment where my previous girlfriend happens to have the same name as this girl who has got me in her trap. And they're just saying her name like Danielle. Like there's not another name mentioned. They rearranged the mirrors and stuff, but like it was probably NARS or it was either NARS or what was another like real like what's the word for it? I would say
Never in the makeup world. And dramatically entering the room, going into the corner. Yeah, you two can fight about who's cuter in the makeup world. So, like, they tell you to get excited about makeup and all that stuff, right? So this is the first group touch base that I'm with, and it's very... What was another, like, real, like... what's the word for it? I would say minimalistic, but, like, just professional looking, like, one of those, like, black on whites and white on black, and, like, real simple stuff. And I was just working my way through that, and then, yeah, just a new task and a new task and a new task, but any name that was ever mentioned out loud was just Danielle, 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 Danielle. And I was like, oh, are we playing this? Quit calling Sarita the hottest girl, but there's no way anyone else in that store looks at anyone but Sarita as, like, possibly the hottest girl, but then the punk rock girl. So there's a group of girls that are also hot. They're super hot. Everyone's, like, super hot. But, like, pick and choose. Some of them introduced themselves to me, and then a few didn't. So there's this ambiguity of, like, well, which one is Danielle? This is June. This is mid-June. Mid-June. Yeah, but mid-June, but I don't know her name. I don't know a name to a face. And then she starts going at it a different way. Never introducing herself, though. So it's always like, I have to be standing here, and I'm interacting, and we're talking about this, and I'm like, whatever, and I'm like, okay, and then suddenly, yeah, her biggest outreach kid quits. She just leaves. She's like, because it's so funny. So anyway, the point of this portion of the story is none of the hot girls are nameless by a certain point, except one or two or three up until, like, mid-June. July rolls around, mid-August. But they keep putting me in situations with the really cute, funny girls all the time. Like, no matter what. Like, I end up in a situation where I'm working my ass off. And then these girls have the easiest and silliest of the duties, so they all just hang out together. They're a cool crowd. They're everything that is hot in the world is this right now. Like, just this stupid crap, right? Like, if I'm in Asia and I'm pointing my foot at you, like, I'm envisioning you sitting across from me, because we're totally allowed to hang out in the future, I'm sure. Anyway, so I don't know half of the hot girls' names still. There's, like, tiers to this. Just like, yeah. I know the girls who feel like they'll never be hot again. I know their names. I know that they used to believe in themselves. There's multiple, there's this, like, ecosystem. There's everybody's, like, regulations, their flows, synchronizations, you know, there's that. There's political beliefs. There's religious girls. There's super Hollywood types, really big mouth types that are, like, my favorite. And that probably infuriates them, because they still think I voted for Donald Trump that one time and this time, instead of the one where I was like, you cannot let the demented guy win. Are you guys really, like, oh, you're down for some punishment? The whole world's gonna be laughing at whatever this is. Anyway, so I don't know any of the hot girls' names. So it just, like, slips my mind for a while, but I'm like, oh, they keep putting this girl and this girl in the same room, and there's this, it could be an act, I don't know. But she's trying to poach the younger girls' guys. She's got her boobies out all the time, and everyone is getting mad at her. And I was like, is that the hill I'm dying on? I'm assuming at this point everyone thinks that she's going to get a promotion soon, and I'll take the job that she vacates, and then everything will just be amazing all of a sudden, right? And then she'll be forced to cover her tits up because she's got a big girl job suddenly. And so I'm like, I don't know how, like, I do not know how to navigate the minefield I'm tiptoeing through every day. So every day I wake up, I pray to God, I'm doing push-ups, I'm listening to secular
stuff, worship stuff, reading my Bible, I'm almost there, man. I'm almost the guy everyone wants me to be again. And I still think that's half the guy I used to be, but I'm almost, at least, like, I'm almost there. Things are going great, whatever, My birthday rolls around, and it's somebody's birthday. And I was like, this is a complete setup. Like, we signed your card, and I was like, you didn't give me nothing for my birthday? And they're like, what? And then they felt bad. I was like, oh no, oh shoot. Like, but I only said it because if they would have found out that I didn't say nothing about my own birthday, and then they let a whole year go around and they didn't, like, they wouldn't make it a whole year. But I feel like it was a setup, just as like a conversation, like, oh, that's her birthday, you should say something. So we both celebrate. Yeah, we're birthday buddies. And this is like, I think this is her best friend. Her name is Jasmine. But not her best friend, but like at work, it was like, and somebody she's willing to actually go downtown and be silly with. This is one of her friends. And they found out at the same time that my boss can't go get silly with them because she might steal their love interest. So very, very quickly I find this out before my birthday. So I'm like, is this drama? Are you setting up drama? So I just like save you from the drama? Like, what is going on? I don't know her name yet though, because there's like a few girls that didn't introduce themselves to me. So then eventually I meet some of the other hot girls. I'm not even thinking about any of it. And then like, they keep putting her in the room with me constantly to interact with her. And I don't. I'm like, she's late. Her hair is just wet, like she didn't get out of bed that day fast enough, or she's like nervous, and she's like, I'm gonna be in the room with that. I really didn't plan very well. I was hoping he would have a plan, and like I'm just sitting there like, everyone probably thought I was in a hurry, just because I was losing weight and improving myself, right? Yeah, like that one day where you're like, how come everyone's losing weight? I was like, if the girls are getting together and feeling sad together, it better be a complete act. Like, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if you remember that talk in the back, but I was like, if all nobody married their girl, just how much money does he need before he can have a kid? Why hasn't he been promoted yet? Why doesn't maybe David's never been fired from a job before and he's like the greatest guy now. Anyway, that type of like, I've already played chess with you guys before I've tried to like be with you guys type of thing, but I did that in the girls' environment, in the makeup world. So like, it's borderline a Fight Club, what I'm saying, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just sitting there going, like, I'm paying attention to the room. Like, why have none of the hot girls introduced themselves? So eventually, what happens when a girl who is hot and is nervous about a guy who is hot and who is also like, they've got this romantic plot thing, like everyone has to find a really awkward but seemingly casual way to break the ice with you, right? So eventually I meet, is it Ashley? She's got a husband, right? She's the hottest one with a husband, like by far. And I was like, so I can't talk to her either. Well, she's the hottest non-black girl with a husband. And she's just like, don't worry about me. I'm a tomboy, and what you are going through has to be the stupidest. She's like, if you're still down for it, like, we're getting work done tonight, right? This is still a job, like that type of, yeah. Yeah, you two can fight about who's cuter. So, well, she works at Yuck in the Box. No, she doesn't. That's a how. Okay, fine. Wait, is it your grandma or something? Oh shit. No, it's not like I just realized it, but it's like, after everything went down, she started giving me my police officer discount. And so technically, boys, sometimes I come across as a Fed. Only because I went through a weird little gauntlet that I haven't been able to talk to you about yet. It involves a police helmet. I'm going to tell you the love story portion first, though. Because the other one, the other one says, I made all the money I need on my own. Nobody can talk to me. Nobody can talk down to me. Nobody can do anything but like pat me on the back. Hopefully you're only looking up to me because I'm taller than you. Like, I went and made something with my own hands, knowing that there is a gap between the mental health crisis and the fact that there are demons in the police force and nobody wants to handle this, and Ferguson was going down at the time, and it's complicated. Anyway, so that stuff leads to me getting this job. I would much rather tell you that happy portion of like, this girl wants me so bad, right? She's got me where she wants me, but she does not know how to eat me. She might as well call me a booger. I heard you get worms if you eat your boogers. So one of the hottest girls in the store is just constantly like late and dramatically entering the room, going into the corner. Like, you don't put baby in the corner and baby's like, please put me in the corner. This guy intimidates me. Like, he's just getting cuter by the day. Nobody said this was going to be what's happening. That kind of insecurity, right? I know, because everyone's got a hot girl and they're looking at, like, don't take a picture of me with the baby right now. Oh, fine. Well, then you put Seamus's fat face in the same post. Thank you. Tell him we're counting on him or something. He's only looking at the baby. My goodness. Yeah, you made a really good looking baby. Look at the smile. So this girl, she shows up late. She shows up to the touch base. So the touch base, you can do it in two different ways. You do it on the computer, or they're doing an iPad version of it, so that like 3 or 4 girls can just hover around a table and get it done. Because these are like the makeup artists. They're like the bartenders of the makeup world. They keep really nice clients happy, beautiful, and tipping well, and metrics, like retail type, like when Duff has a huge like $30,000 order, like these types of people, but for makeup, right? And the makeup store specifically is in the richest mall, in the richest neighborhood, and possibly in America. I don't want to say that on the internet, but like there's some places like up there and down there, it's like blood money. So it's like you don't want to brag about it. that type of weird like moments. So she crawls in my head one night and then she quits. And I'm like, I don't know the girl's name and I'm not really even thinking about it. And she's just sitting there being quiet. And so I was like, I'll just start playing music. This is what I'm listening to. This is what I'm like downloading. Like, I'm like, I feel like this specific album is very manipulative, but I'm gonna play it. It feels like a bunch of church kids got together and wrote something sweet and beautiful. And then they commissioned somebody who was like, I'm doing some weird shit. What's this? Oh, man, blah. Yeah, he'll just, like, we'll get to that in a little bit. Anyway, I put what I think will be forever her favorite album. And I got high on purpose and went into work that way. It was like, I'm gonna be high for this. Like, she's gonna show up. She's gonna be in the room with me. Oh, now I'm skipping ahead. Let's go back. Her birthday. Her birthday's on a Tuesday. That means she got Monday off for some reason because she's gonna ring in the new year, right? At midnight. And she's not there. She's not at work. And I was like, all right. So the normal like hackles raised on my neck is not there. Like they put her in the room and I'm like, yeah, the fresh meat is not in the room like normal. Monday, ba, 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 ba. That type of thing. And she's gone. And I'm like, okay, great. Why would she be gone though? She's always here. Walk around the corner, birthday board, Danielle. Of course it is. The hottest girl here is Danielle. And she's too afraid to say hi. And this is how I learned her name. I will not forget your birthday, ever. But now I have to go nuclear on you, because, like, you can't just say hi. You've been here longer than me. So I play Bon Iver. I have it, like, I set the mood for it. Like, you're here at Touch Base. You don't dry your hair. You're always late. You're always rushing around. You don't know around me what to say. Oh, man. Oh. So she wants like a hollow ground moment. And I'm like, hold on, like I just got back from work. Now I have to entertain you. This isn't a real job. Like I'm playing her favorite songs. I purposely got high on, like I was just like, all right, I'll let you see me stoned. Yeah, and then I was like, I'm literally gonna stare right through you. Like, they put you in a room with me again. Like, that's going through my head again. You. Us. Little thing. But I literally, like, look at her like I'm gonna, like, yeah. Oh, I know. We got Noah. Noah's rendition of the story the other day, possibly one of her many renditions of what was going through his mind. I don't know. I just froze. And I just stared at her for as long as possible, just being like, this is your favorite music. I'm stoned. You think I'm walking down the wrong road. I'm not even talking to her. I'm just staring at her. Like this is my girl. This is what they locked me in a room for. You got me doing this goofy stuff here. We got clear bins, and then the organization system is changing day to day. It's not clear. The goalposts are moving. Anna said, I told her, goalposts move. I have a frustration, like, okay, the goalposts are moving all the time. So I'm here for you. I'm not here for anything else. When you're too afraid to say hi to me, hi, my name is. You listen to that. I don't listen to any of that anymore. I just got into rap again. Like, ooh, hi, my name is. Hi, my name is. Hi, my name is what? Don't put me in the same category as these other sluts. But they're my mission field, so I don't even say that. So I give up. I'm just gonna stare back. And in my head, I'm like, fine. There's no way. No. You just go back to work and just literally stare at her for, it could have been over a minute. Like, that's not an exaggeration. I might have stared right into her eyes for over a minute, just going, what do you want? What do you want? Like a Twilight? Like we just bond? Like we're bonded now. We're totally bonded right now. Just like I don't know what her imagination is going to do after that moment. I was like, she's so young and imaginative. She's fucked. Just backstage, Bon Iver backstage. Bon Ivered her in the back room, high as a kite that day. Showing her my displeasure that she didn't say, hi, my name is Danielle, by the way. Nice to meet you. I learned your name from the birthday board. Like, this is the stare I'm giving her. Like, I learned your name from the birthday board. Like, it's one thing they don't celebrate my birthday, and I mention it because I'm gonna be skinned alive if I don't tell her what my birthday is. And then she just isn't there on her birthday. And she's like, hey, this is my name. Figure it out. I'm so cute. That kind of like, in your face. You're hot and I'm hot. And look at how meaty my arms are. She wants to be a fitness coach for everybody's girlfriend. Which is like the story just now started out. My girl's not in town, so to your girlfriends, I haven't introduced her to any of them. Because I probably found her in a place most of you girls are fighting themselves in, sans the babies and stuff. One's there, because I'm like, that's, I mean, because I probably found her in a place most of you girls are because I probably found her in a place most of you girls are fighting themselves in, sans the babies and stuff, you know. But the insecurity, because she was fluffy. She wasn't as fluffy as the first time I saw her in public. She was fluffy. just in case I'm a time traveling idiot, I got her a jacket so that it would almost match the night of the helmet attack. So I'm a bit of a junkie. Literally just like edibles, stare her in the face, like make her feel guilty. Like, I learned your name from the birthday board. Like, I'm the one, like, I'm in this store for you. But you didn't introduce yourself. Like, I tried to give her every single emotion with one stare, because I'm like, I'm flattered. I'm still brokenhearted. If you're not the one, I'll find the one for you. Like, every single big brother tactic in my head, I was like, none of this is gonna work on her, is it? So I'm just mad. Mad, hopeful, everything, but I don't want her to think any of the hopeful things are going out my face. And she's looking at me like, please don't drown me in the creek one day. She's looking up at me like, yeah, like, you know in Robin Hood, when that little rabbit's like, oh, Prince John took my things, like looking up at me like she's just a crying rabbit and her birthday's been ruined because she didn't just tell me her name. I'm listening to her like favorite shit, stoned as all get out. It's like, you cannot be serious. I'm in a makeup store, the most handsomest I've ever been, and it's not time. Not like this. You want me to climb the ladder, you want a Jim and Pam relationship. Like, everything is just spiraling down my fucking eyeballs, just staring at her. You know, like from a freestyle standpoint, it's like, it's not even just when you're high, but it's like sometimes when you're high, there's like highways, right? Like multiple lanes, and it's like, instead of being scatterbrained, I'm like, I'm gonna pay attention to this for a while, and I'm mixing melodies and everything in this moment for her, just staring like, this is the one they found for me. And I'm like, I don't think she knows everything yet. Like, there's just no way. You're in here. Like, they can be locked in a room and they're like, that's the one, but you don't know it, or actually you know it, she don't know it. I'm wearing like a skin-tight t-shirt, I feel like a gay wad, dude. Like I'm doing 1,000,000 push-ups in the morning, I don't even keep count. I almost have my high school size back, and I'm just sitting there going like, what are you, there's no way, kid. She's my touch base. I don't have to learn anything as long as I keep her happy. Like, you want me to get a tattoo removed, you will ask me yourself. Let me make that clear, Danielle. That kind of thing. The point where I try to make sure that I tell the story to you as well as I can, because I have Jack to remind me why I came. If he was the only one I told that day, and started to go insane. And he was like, wait, what? I was like, there's your There's your preview at the 16-foot decking. I'll deck you if you touch my girl. I won't kill you. But now that you broke your back, I might just shoot your legs off so you can't play double bass anymore or run away. And then I'll take a hatchet and I'll just make sure like your head is still able to apologize to me before the dogs eat you. That kind of love. Because a lot of people worked hard to get me that. And if they don't hear me talk this tough, they're gonna still think I'm a child. But to finish the story, I'm going to at least, while she's watching, imagine that I've been writing for her this entire time because your life has already been too wild. Usually she's in the corner looking over there. I'm in here in this area going, oh, I'm totally unaware. Like, okay, I'm trapped with this girl, right? One of the hot ones is always in the room with me. But this one specific hot one is always in the room with me. Always. They're like, the nuclear football is right here, just guard it. You've done some very impressive, scary things recently to girls who are not her, and we're just wondering, why would you be showing her this much respect? I don't talk to you, we haven't met. I found out Ash's name, and she's got a ring on her finger. I'm not stupid. I got a stage 10 million clinger. She's probably a Cinco de Mayo witness of the singer. And then even the part that's like got her all stomach messed up. I improved myself when she was still fluffy. And she was like, this is not gonna happen, me looking like this, is it? Like, you wouldn't have sex with me if the world depended on it right now, would you? I'm like, I don't know, why is your hair wet? Why don't you say your thoughts out loud so, we can get over this? Why are you nervously staring at a computer screen? It's not like I'm gonna show up and like massage you and everything. What are you doing? Your hair's wet. You're already acting like we're married, but you heard me rip off a Moulin Rouge song of an Elton John song just because I hadn't heard my voice in an acoustic resonance in that way in such a long. Well, they said we were going downtown that night, and they lied. So I made sure they cried, but then their dads got protective, and I was like, I get it, but your doctors lied to me and took me someplace I didn't want to be on Cinco de Mayo. Get off my dick. Your fishing attempts were so funny that I was like, fine. I made her feel like $100 that night. everyone made me feel dumb. And then we go to Voodoo Donuts, and there's like, that place is weird. They used me like an artistic barometer, and I tried to make it real clear. Something's weird. I just like the free flow style of like the hopeless romantic in the Moulin Rouge. I was like, there's got to be a better way to do it. From a movie standpoint, it's perfect. And his other movies are meh. It was like just this like songs of every generation. So it's just like it just flowed so good. So I walk in, I go into Cherry Creek Mall. I've shown the police officers by the Flaw restaurant stalls that I am drinking root beer tonight. Don't fucking send 5, pardon my French. I'll get through this with as few French words as possible. Don't send 5 extra sheriffs just to keep me in check. Like, this is a root beer, and I rip it in half right in front of them because I'm mad that I couldn't have my girl problems on top. I was calling Megan. I was like, Megan, when I have girl problems, you're the only one who ever listened, and now you're telling me I can't talk to you. Set me up with it's over. But you still have to find a way to set us up because you're stupid and you think I'm not sober. That's fine. And I forgot to cry. This is not downtown. Fine. These girls have no idea. I've never done anything artistic around these girls. I've just made fun of them and teased them and tried to help them like fall in love with their faith. And I just do the Ewan McGregor thing where it's, my gift is my song. It's just as loud as can be. Like just, I know there's a million hot girls in this stupid mall right now, hiding, listening. Like I'm stealing an idea, so don't fall in love with anything other than a possibility. And the 2 high school girls that brought me there, they're trying to do a Christian mingle setup. It's like, there is no reason to finish that Christian mingle setup. Like the zip code actually can't afford this anymore. But they were already on the street corners, like, just daring to push them into retirement. They're like, I don't need to be here anymore? Great. How come I was out in the cold so long? You're gonna be so ungrateful when you get to my stronghold, you little bitch. I'm like, yeah, kinda. And I forgot to cry. Like the zip code actually can't afford this anymore. But they were already on the street corners, like, just daring to push them into retirement. They're like, I don't need to be here anymore? Great. How come I was out in the cold so long? You're gonna be so ungrateful when you get to my stronghold, you little bitch. I'm like, yeah, kinda. Am I supposed to beat your kids? I'm trying to be as gracious with them as I thought you could have been, but I was too busy wondering, are you only on the street corner because you know I'm rich? You think I'm not going to get to the straight point of it. Like, I think they killed my mom because I showed somebody I had a high IQ on the internet. And I forgot to cry. I just laughed at him. I was like, I'm going to Trader Joe's. You trying to make me mad before I pay less for my fruit? He's like, you're gonna have to walk like 20 more miles if you want to find some tamales. I was like, I know, that sucks. Whatever, we'll do it. So I sing this beautiful moment in Cherry Creek before I ever get this job. Remember, the richest place and the richest, I never heard of this place, but that kind of thing. Trying to set me up with this girl. So now I'm staring at you, Danielle, going, the implications of you being in this room mean that you might not know I'm just a cute boy in your story still, aren't I? You're seeing my character before you get reminded, like, wait a minute. And then even worse than that, but we'll go slow. I learned your birthday from the birthday board, and now I'm going to get high, play your favorite music, and stare at you for as long as it feels like it could have been a million years. Looking up to me, pleading. You see me, right? I see you. Native American style? Yeah, I see you. Hockey captain style? No, you have to see me. You have to see me in plain view with the rest of the team, dude. But we can get to that. You couldn't possibly be prepared for the first run through. I'll stutter it while trying to snort mucus through my nasal cavity a bit. But usually she's in that corner over there. There's some shelving. And then there's the other computer here. But then, of course, this is the day where it's so it's your birthday, and I learned your name from the birthday board, and here's some music, here's a playlist. I'm going to be pantomiming a lot of stuff because I have a feeling you're one of those Christians. And you are right now scrutinizing everything about this moment. Should probably not be different, but I'm going to find that you're going to tell me it should be different. And then if it's different, then this portion never happened in the mission. You know, drugs are bad and everything, gotcha. Jawbreakers and everything, gotcha. Like, I haven't dug through anything yet. I couldn't get Grandma to tell me what she was willing to part with. And then when I realized that it cost us time, I took the records and I smashed them with an axe. And then she reacted like she was going to listen to him one day. I meant to put all those songs in a playlist at least, but I couldn't even bring my heart to do it because I was like, the woman who cannot remember asking me multiple times if I was going to work that day is going to listen to these records sometime. those records would burn in the end. Very suggestive top record too. Don't throw all of my love away. Like, if it's real, then what are these records? If she can't part with them, if she can't part with the other junk, and I go up there and I show her like everything out of the trunk, like the most valuable thing to every collector's eyes. Because you can't make up your mind about this thing. You ever gonna use this ever again? You ever gonna use this? Like this chair, my last girlfriend. My grandma, my fat ass grandma, breaks one of the dining room casters. And instead of like retiring it and putting it in the trash, she just moves it to the middle spot. So then my fat girlfriend at the time breaks it. She didn't break it. Grandma broke it and then just put it there like, that's how big you were. You would have broke it. You didn't break it. She broke it. She wouldn't get rid of it. But everything's like a to-do list, maybe later kind of thing. But then when I started making money at Sephora, I was just like, man, just put it in the bank and see what she does. She doesn't have a problem just going candy, snacks, candy, snacks, chicken breast, and they went bad. Oh, I forgot to cook those. I did it. Like on and on and on and on and on. But we're talking like $300 a week type of like, who's gonna eat all this? I was just like watching, like. So then we get to that moment. This is how long that stare lasts. Candy snacks, give me that. We get dessert tonight. We get dessert tonight. We get dessert without a fight. Just from one look, standing there, thinking, this moment, I'll make this one last forever this time. And where are you? You were supposed to bring batteries. You were supposed to bring a grand piano. Like, that stuff was supposed to be in here before I got in here. You want one more encore? You're crazy. Everyone hates me already. Like, I waited months before I didn't even see, I don't go to gas stations anymore. How am I gonna see the loophole? How am I ever gonna feel that happy again if I'm not trying to go someplace for things to make me happy because I'm actually happy and positive again and everyone's trying to bring me down? They're trying to lead me to the same water that's bringing them down, knowing that if I just spy them one time, they're there, but like I'm feeling mocked the entire time. Why would I do anything that everyone else is doing right now? Why would I copy the copies of an unoriginal copy doing the copy sloppy jalopy? Feeling snobby? Feeling Robbie? Feeling like disrobing. Yeah, she's looking up at me, but now that I'm doing the rhyme, it looks like I'm just pulling back her head like, do I slit your throat or are we married? No, let's find it. I should have got something to put this on. Where's the... Okay, where do we... Oh, there we go. The girl won't buy nice things for herself, and I think she thought that about me this time as well. It's like, don't waste time worrying about where it's going to come from, but don't promise too many things. They don't know how unpersonable you were to me. treating me like a baby, but I could play. She showed up at the piano one day. I'm not decorating this place. But if there are not ivory tickling things like of your choice, it has to look right. It doesn't have to let go. I picked out 2 down in Denver, like, where are you? Did you want me to get a grand? We can get a baby grand. You can't get a grand in here. We can get a baby grand in here. Well, never mind. We can get a grand in here. I've seen the street sweepers after the snow. We can get a grand in here. But like we go to the same place every night, and everywhere I recently went trying to recruit, you better have a backup plan for them too. The windows look like they could be easily just removed and then reinstalled just up the street. Why aren't you looking for an excuse? Your insecurity cannot be that bad. You are a recluse. You're in the corner. Before you're over here looking me in the eye, you're cowering in the other corner with fear. Right? And then back over here. Nope. I'm so hungover right now. And I give her you need to grow up. I was somewhat sincere, but I was like, I mean, are you going to survive me saying that? You know, I'm brokenhearted. She's like, I'm trying. I'm like, frick. You're just trying to break the ice. I am so ducked. It's over. I don't know what So you are trying to grow up. I was just trying to get in shape. One more minute and I put you in your place. 2:18, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. We'll make it there one day, but I don't have enough guns. I don't have enough fun. I don't have enough puns. Too many commas for those who are afraid to run on and write a good song. It might just be too long. She'll drop the ball in the end zone again. How do you want me to write your way into my life with the people I thought by now would be my friends? It took 8 months to rehab my thumb after Matt threw at me. It's a very interesting way to say, protect yourself. I don't want you to be around the saw. But you want me freezing in the cold with my tendons like threatening to not be good at the thing that you fell in love with? You got dudes out in the cold protecting me and you for as long as they can handle while I figure out how to tell people who are so sheltered they have no idea what it's like out there. Grand piano through the window? I won't be able to throw that in a rage if you make me mad one day. And you could be like, in our first apartment, I learned that he didn't actually know how to play. And it still felt great. But I'm so cold. My heart is ice. And I don't have my little monkey to check my head for lice. She's too busy wondering if I lie. I sleep on the floor, stupid. You show up before Cupid. Or what? Everyone finds out just how much I didn't cry, trying to tell him. Who's this guy? Jackson? At what point am I just talking to you? At what point am I relaxing? So we've got this stare that goes on a million years' time. She doesn't know that I'm the Cinco de Mayo guy, I don't think. I don't know that. Strategically, it gives her nothing now, but it might give her some delight because she'd be like, oh, good, I can explain, since you didn't know that I didn't know that we didn't. I was just sitting there going, like, I sing in this building in a way that nobody in town has ever done. Days before, I spend what felt like an eternity being talked down to by nurses and doctors in a mental ward because no one would listen to me. What, voodoo donuts? No, I'm just crazy. I'm literally walking around town. I'm taking everything as a dare. It says no soliciting. I've been living in this neighborhood for forever. I'm knocking on his door today. It just happens to be late, but not late enough to be like somebody actually knocked on my door. I knocked on your door, your dog sounded great. And then you told the sheriff? He's like, who the fuck knocks on my door in LA? Somebody wants some trouble. Somebody who is not sorry. Do you want to go back to your touch base? All right, you look at your computer. So this stare lasts forever, right, Jackson? Imagine if we were in the same room together having this kind of traction and interaction. But I think Brendan's the only one who's safe to hang out with, and everybody else is like, the standard male will try to keep up with me. Liquor, food, weed. Actually, weed they'll try to show off a little bit. They won't try to keep up with me. They don't have to keep up with me. They enjoy being high. I don't actually enjoy being high. I enjoy having a high tolerance so that I can, that all this, now that I've explained this to her and everybody, and she thinks I'm not fearless yet. And every dude's like, yeah, I might have had a dream one night about you two idiots. Like, what's the deal? I'm like, I don't speak Spanish just in case you think I squeal. That type of, I'm defiant. Like, I'm not learning another language. People think loose lips. I'll butcher the English language, kid. Anyway, so we had this magical moment in the rec room. No big deal. Favorite music. I'm high. I look her in the eye, stare her down. Like, you? Really, you? This is her moment now, though, because it's like, let's put her on. We do these overnight changeovers, like all these fixtures move, and it's such a pain in the butt. It's I can't believe it actually gets pulled off every time. I mean, there are so many tiny pieces being put together in these little installations. I mean, it's like building a computer. Something can go wrong, but it's like something guaranteed goes wrong. And it's almost like an infighting with the brands and the ambassadors. And I mean, it's so like stuff shows up wrong, backwards, missing, broken. Every single process to take care of it takes way too many pieces of tape to go through. Yeah, but if you piss off the wrong manager, sometimes things just change overnight. It's just a very stressful thing because also everyone's emotions are on their sleeve. Yeah, this is usually why I'm not high at work. Yeah. Except for that moment, it was almost always pregame, 4 o'clock in the morning, regimen's about 10-20 milligram. Most of the euphoria is spent doing push-ups and learning all the girls' musics. I know, I'm such a horrible guy, right? Your Justin Bieber's, your Selena Gomez's, like every single song, all the drama. I'm addicted to Halsey, like a storyteller. And then all that went down, but he made me want to rap one time. And I was like, man, you two are so brick. Whatever, I don't even want to talk about those two. But Badlands was like, that was it. I would stay up all night listening to it. It was like, this girl is making girls feel strong and mighty. Yeah, I'm headed straight for the castle. I haven't bothered learning the lyrics. I won't keep my pretty mouth shut. No use crying about it. No use crying about it. They probably killed my mom. No use crying about it. Hey, freaking idiot. So she knows I can sing. I don't know if she knows in the back room during the Bon Iver thing if I'm the singer that she heard. Just out of nowhere though, this very handsome boy with muscles and personality, and conviction and character, and he knows where to... I went and tripped some of their landmines. She can explain that later, or she can go, no, I know what you mean. I'm like, yeah. However, she's a psychology major, so I had to make sure, like, I'm not perfect, stupid. You might find a pube in your food every once in a while. So, we do these overnight things, and she is part of the overnight team this time. Speaking of throwing more boobs in my face after you left that day, stop. But you don't have anybody to say that to. You're like, you got Angela, you got this girl, it's like, alright, there's titties everywhere. What do you want? You're like, I'll look at them just to make sure, like, you're not ugly. But that girl... So there's this moment, man, what an idiot. No, they just throw her in there. They're like, you're gonna take her under your wing and her gay friend. I'm like, what is this? Why? Like, guide them. They are going to be your helpers. So there's no way. literally, like, I walk up to it's the future place of Smashbox, right? I forget what was there. Possibly, there might have been, I always forget the name of it. But that one went there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I walk up, yoga pants, tight shirt. Yeah, now suddenly my shirt feels baggy because like her hot dog arms are squeezing out of her t-shirt. And I'm like, oh, cool. And she's like, oh. She starts like acting like we're about to like, she's like warming up for a football squad. She's bouncing uncontrollably and like stretching. And she's like, and she's just making sure like, I know that she's shaped like, you know those syringes that you get the boogers out of your kid's nose with, that she has that kind of shape going on down there? Yeah, but she's like 5'2", 5'3". But Tanner's over there, and the moment she starts to show me how limber she is, I just squat down, I stare at her gay friend Tanner. Just looking at him like, you're turning straight right now, aren't you? Yes, I know it's right by my head. No, I mean, she's in heat, bro. Like, there's warmth here. There's no way you're gay after what you just looked at. There's no avoiding her this night. Now everyone's in on it, in the same room. And I'm like, okay. I'll be nice, I'll be warm, I'll be welcoming, unlike the girl who didn't say, hi, my name is Danielle. I'm a psychology major, by the way. Okay? So, hold on, we need a commercial break. Want some cereal? No, I'm almost out. Well, I tried to give Ashley some money because I gave all. Yeah, but they had a special event this week. I forgot her name. Yeah, but the young ones, they get left out. I tipped her all the cash in my pockets. I don't have much money left, so I had to be nice. But it was like one of those things where it's like, I can fill in here. Everybody knows I'm doing a walking interview, just in case I don't do a talking interview with you. Like, I actually don't know what you want, but I'm gonna quit being a jerk about it. I know where to practice everything that I suck at. I know where to get a part-time job. I know where to dress. I know where to go to dress if I don't want to be taken as a slob, but I shouldn't actually have to go through any more hoops. You know what I'm saying? I'm staring at a pair of boots that I didn't hesitate to buy, but you had to be talked into. but we don't have a friendship in the story yet, so she's feeling fat and unwanted, and he's just getting cuter by the day. His muscles are looking great. She didn't really have a plan after getting me in the store. And it's pretty obvious, so I'm like, I have never seen someone work so hard. I mean, in 2025 and even in 2016. Now, she doesn't work. Like, she's terrified of people. You give her a basket in the front, she's just like, she's convinced one of her friends to hang out with her so that they can give the basket and she can just be the funny idiot, right? And I'm like, you're a psychology major, but you're gonna pick the wrong times to walk into an apartment with an unlocked door. Yeah, so I can't bleach anything. So this was me trying to draw like an anime version of her. Maybe even closer to manga. I don't actually know the difference. I don't care. She's got a dumb little choir robe on, and she's holding a basket, but now it's turning into a candle going into a jug of gladness with a ladder attached to it. And one of her boots is sticking out like perfect, fantastic magic. Droid Vibe 69, he wants the D, he wants his wife. Climb the ladder, dime the... She'd rather me do that all by myself. Or just don't bleach all of it this time. Don't throw away all my love. I don't know. I need to grow up. You really want the Super Bowl? Okay. Hold on. So you just want something going on while you're flipping channels? Like, what do you want? I'll go to the casino and... I don't have any money. What do you want? You want the pouring rain, I built a house for you with my own hands kind of pain? What do you want? Put in your reservation, but everyone's disqualified. Everyone's specialized and they still can't shoot a ball. You get a degree helping skinny girls and everyone got fat, and you're worried about me falling for someone tall?
Good grief, are you dumb? Figure it out fast. Every last one of you. Chirping little bastards. I'm trying for adoption here, because that's all we're gonna have if science has anything to do with your eggs. I miss you.